Okay, there is no denying it. You need to have a good domain to get found in the Google results. But it's not just Google these days. Now it's also AI services, ChatGPT, and so on. You need to get found in those if you want to stay ahead of the game. That's what today's video is about. I got the computer fired up, got the coffee ready to go. Dive in with me. Let's take a look together. All right, so what constitutes a powerful domain? Well, a powerful domain is something that you see every day and you don't even realize it. I'm over here on Google News and I was just taking a look at the morning news here. And yes, a lot of it is actual news sites. You've got BBC, NBC News, CNN, the normal, usual suspects, right? But if you jump over here to the technology page, things get a little bit different. And I want to highlight that for you guys because when we look here at like The Verge, Insta360, that's a camera company. They make like little cameras and stuff. New wireless mic looks no bigger than an Apple AirTag. Now, why is this considered to be news? Well, they consider it news because, yes, it's a new product, newsworthy. That's why it technically counts. But if we were to actually look at the domains that these sites live on, that these articles live on rather, we see Tech Radar and The Verge. These are enormous websites that basically what they are sales. So if you go here, we take a look at the article, right? Forget DJI, this is their new mic. Talk all about the mic. I'll slide this up so you guys can see. But when you hover over it, it goes to a review and it gets you a little deeper into the site. So if we were to actually open this up, I bet you we'll find some affiliate links in here. So this is the actual review. And right here, Amazon, check the bottom. All of that's an affiliate link. Sweetwater, Adorama. Okay? So they are literally directly making money with products like this. So they're doing it via newsworthy information that happens to rank in Google News, right? So if we reverse engineer it, we can see how that's working. Okay? Same thing with The Verge. The Verge is doing the same thing. Is that the same? That's literally the same image. How funny. And it's the same thing right here. Retailers like Amazon. Check that link. You see it down below? So let's take a little bit of a closer look at one of these domains. Okay, I want to show you guys in the Ahrefs tool what this looks like, okay? Because we want to understand, okay, what makes a powerful domain, right? So we've got tons of backlinks, they moved Ahrefs just updated, so they moved, now they have these AI citations, so you could actually see what the rankings are in the AI tools themselves, which is kind of cool. So like ChatGPT and stuff. So we'll check that out. Actually, you know what? Let's open it up. We'll check it out together. I might not have access to this. Yeah, I don't have access. They want another $100 a month for this. Okay, so anyway, organic keywords, 2 million keywords. We've got 2.6 million searches a month going to Tech Radar. So safe to say they get a lot of traffic. And what they're doing is exactly that. They've built up a site that has probably tens of thousands of pages. Let's see. Organic traffic, crawled pages. They've got 392,000 crawled pages. So this is a enormous site, huge footprint. And what they're doing is making newsworthy content, and then they're pulling people in deeper and selling you a camera or whatever it is that people are buying, right? We also see this with Wired. Wired is a New York Times company, and it's the same thing. They also show up in a lot of news feeds, although I couldn't find them today, ironically. But if you take a look here, a lot of the stuff is for actual technology that people are selling. So like the best Google Assistant speakers for your home, or the best arcade machines, all of this is going to go to stuff that makes them money. So Amazon, Walmart, whatever. Now, in the grand scheme of making money online, are you going to make millions of dollars doing it this way? Probably not. Most people make nothing. And when you join these programs, if you look at like Amazon's payout, their pay rate for this stuff, it tends to be like 1 or 2%. So on a $65 sale, maybe you make 65 cents. So like you're not going to be able to pay the bills with something like this. I was researching the recession. I wanted to find businesses that do well during a recession. There are high-paying affiliate offers that exist. So things that do well during a recession, right? Healthcare, staples like food, hygiene, groceries, utilities, internet, and telecom. Now, these are things that people pretty much need to have, okay? So they're going to buy them whether they want to or not. Unfortunately, that's just the way it goes. So for instance, the internet thing, right? If we were to take a look here, the best internet for gaming, best internet for just rural areas, stuff like that. We could see that the competition on these keywords is a lot lower. And while the ad payout might be $3 to $4 according to this, if we were to look at the keyword planner tool, which is basically how Google prices their ads, so like how much money a website would earn on an ad if they were showing the ad, and how much the actual provider would be paying. So for instance, let's do best internet for gaming, right? Like let's say you had a website that was literally about the best internet for gaming. We could see here that the ad payout / cost is between $3 and $15 a click. So that means if I put together a piece of content, it has all the best internet for gaming, and maybe I'd go buy actual games, Final Fantasy, War of Warcraft, like all those different games. These are the best providers, the lowest latency, the best servers, whatever. You could start seeing revenue come in just from this alone. And we're trying to niche down as much as possible. So I had another example that I thought was really interesting, and that's mortgages. Because people are, obviously, they have to live somewhere. And I wanted to show you guys that Bank of America, obviously, huge website. This, so their mortgage refinance sector, this page, gets a ton of traffic. And why is this, why are the keywords here so highly competitive, right? So we're seeing 38 out of 100, 20 and below is I consider easy to get. So all these are pretty difficult to get. And we can look at the CPC and we can see, $6 to $8 payout, 10, 24. It's interesting, okay? Good money. So what if we had a mortgage site, something that actually has mortgage stuff, right? How would you find an entry way into the market, okay? So let's actually ask ChatGPT together. We'll go a different route, okay? I'll show you guys a trick. What are the most common credit scores people have? While that works, let's jump over to refinancing, okay? Because refinancing, there's money in those hills, okay? So refinance mortgage. So this was refinance mortgage right here. Gets a lot of traffic. There's a lot of people suffering right now with their mortgage. We've got an ad, okay? Let's see what the payout would be for refinance mortgage, and then we'll look for some offers as well, okay? So refinance mortgage. Let's just do refinance. So we've got here tons of search traffic. This is just Google's free keyword tool. Refinance home loan, refinance mortgage rates, refinance rates, okay? Look at the payouts. Look at the top of the line, okay? $44 a click, $29 a click, $21, $40. So if you were one of these advertisers, if you were Quicken Loans, Better Mortgage, whatever, you're paying somewhere in that range to advertise. Inversely, if you were to have these ads on your site, you would be paid some range of this money as well. Okay, so it works two ways. Now, let's take a look at this offer that I found on OfferVault. Easy refinance today. This pays out $550 an action, okay? But it's a single opt-in, okay? Like you need to only do one thing to actually get paid. And the best part about this one is all you need to do is enter your zip code. So if somebody enters their zip code using your affiliate link, you get paid the $550, one and done, you make $5, okay? So I want you guys to imagine that you have a website that has ads running on it, an affiliate offer like that, $5 a piece. You can offer up books and resources and all kinds of good, helpful information on there, mortgage calculators, refinance calculators, all this stuff. And there's a lot of different ways that you could be making money with it. Let's take a look here at OfferVault, okay, for refinance. Other offers. Mortgage refinance. This is for a phone call, pay per call. $44 for a minute phone call. Cash out equity home refinance, $30. $21. So we've got a bunch of options here to get paid. Okay, so how would you enter the market? You're interested in doing this for yourself, okay? How would you actually go about it? Well, you want to go about it by finding an entry point, okay? So we could look at the credit scores, right? So let's just do this. Common credit scores. Experian comes up. Let's grab this link and let's jump over and put this into our tool, okay? Let's see what they rank for. What is a good credit score? Okay, is 740 a good credit score? Now notice the traffic and notice the KD, okay? Keyword density drops. Is 740 a good credit score? So that's pretty accessible to get, and it's a lot of traffic. Look at this one. Is 730 a good credit score? Okay, and you just go down the line. Is 900? You see the pattern? Is 700? I didn't even pre-plan this. This is just, I know how to do the research, okay? But I'm not trying to like toot my own horn here, but this is how this stuff works, okay? Is 750 a good credit score, right? So like if you literally put together a website, which is like is blah creditscoregood.com, and then you had a tool that literally you put in, is your credit, whatever your credit score is it a good credit score, yes or no? Hey, by the way, what do you need? What are you trying to do? Because people that are looking up a credit score, they're not just looking up their credit score, okay? They're looking up their credit score because they're about to make some kind of financial move, right? Maybe they're buying a house. Maybe they're selling their house, buying a car, right? Maybe they need a loan. Different stuff like that. And all of a sudden, you start looking at these ad payouts, and it's not just about the refinancing, right? It could be about car loans. Maybe they need a new car. Let's see. Pays out semi-decent, right? $2 and $10 seems to be the range, right? You could do just mortgages. This is huge, especially right now because people are, apparently they're not moving as much and homes are sitting on the market for a lot longer. These mortgage companies need to push their mortgages. So what are they doing? They're advertising like crazy and they're paying top dollar for it. All right, so you might be wondering, what do I do? How do I get my hands on a domain like this? Well, number one, I want you to go to mattmakesmoney.com, opt into my mailing list because I'm going to share with you these notes and I'm going to show you where you can get these kinds of domains. Number two, I've got a video that I just put out. There's going to be a link in the description. I want you to click that link and I want you to watch that video through because I deep dive into the domain finding process. I show you guys how it's done, what to look for, what to be aware of, all that good stuff. And last but not least, I want to thank you guys for sticking around and watching to the end. Kudos to you, and I'll catch you on the next video.